Hi, I'm Sarah from Joyful Days, and today I'm just going to show you a little bit about how I watercolor my nature journal with my kids. And so here are some of the illustrations that I've done from my nature journal, and I just wanted to show you how easy you can do this with just 3 colors using a limited palette so that it's not overwhelming for your kids. First of all, you're going to use just 3 colors: French ultramarine, light red, and burnt umber. And although I have more colors on my palette, I'm just going to show you by mixing these 3 colors how you can get all the colors that you need. We also have a little black and white drawing here that I did with a Prismacolor. It's a permanent marker so that when you put the water on, it doesn't run. And it also gives a nice finished look to your picture if you draw it in with a pencil and then go over it with this permanent marker. You can use a Sharpie or whatever. It doesn't have to be a Prismacolor. So anyway, by using these 3 colors, you can achieve all of the colors, and it's going to give you a nice muted palette, kind of like a Tasha Tudor look. So you can teach your child to just add color quickly to your work. So I'm going to show you this really quickly. Here's a light wash of burnt umber, and to get rid of hard edges you just want to add a little bit of plain water around the whole thing afterwards, or you'll get harsh lines. Then I can add a little bit of blue to my burnt umber, and I get a nice green color. You can see here, if you want to test it, there's a green. If you want to change it up a little bit, you can add a little more yellow, and then if you want to do your berries, you can add a little bit of red, and if you want them to be a little more fall looking or whatever, you can just add some yellow. But by using all 3 colors, you can achieve an entire spectrum of color, and it's a good practice for your kids to learn color mixing, and it just makes the nature journal that much more interesting and fun. So these are easy ways to teach your kids to add color to their nature journal. And if I were actually going to use my journal, I would not do this while it's all wet. I would do 1 color and then let it dry and then add more color on top of it, because it'll run like this. As you can see, you get a little bit more detail if you don't do it while it's still wet. So let it dry between colors, but these are 3 great colors to start with your nature journal: French ultramarine, light red, and burnt umber. And you want to use a nice 100-pound, 140-pound, or nicer watercolor pad too. You don't really want to use cheap watercolor pads. And you can get these for 50% off at like Michael's or whatever. And you're really going to get a nicer finish if you use these. So anyway, that's all. Thanks. Bye-bye.